Now, moving on, let's welcome Mr. Theodore Panayiotou for his keynote speech. Mr. Panayiotou.
I don't know if I need this. Maybe I don't. Good afternoon. Thank you to the organizers for inviting me, and thank you for being here. My topic is doing more with less, intelligent targeting and preventative policy powered by AI. The idea here is that with less money, we can achieve many more in terms of the objectives of social policy in particular, but public policy in general, if we are careful to do intelligent targeting and preventative policy. And AI can help us do just that. Doing more with less through intelligent targeting and preventative policy reflects a strategic approach to public policy that combines proactive measures and precise allocation of resources to achieve better outcomes, while minimizing cost in various domains of public policy. The advancement of information technologies, especially of artificial intelligence and data analytics, have reduced the information and power asymmetries, the moral hazards, and the administrative costs that proactive measures and policy targeting entailed. Let's start with the targeting of social policies. Traditionally, social policies such as poverty alleviation, health assistance, educational support, cost of living control, among others, were provided horizontally to the entire population, with high cost and mixed results in terms of the intended outcomes. Increasingly, the targeting of social policies has been gaining ground among policymakers who are promoting it as a panacea, even if in practice, horizontal policies continue to be used more often than not. But even when targeting is being employed, the outcomes fall far short of the desired for a variety of reasons. First and foremost, the beneficiaries are assumed to be passive receivers rather than active agents who act and react in response to social policies affecting the outcomes. Second, targeting is replete with information asymmetries, asymmetric power, moral hazards, and asymmetric power between government officials and would-be recipients. Third, there are significant administrative costs to identify those entitled, and social costs to investigate and police the frauds, not to speak of the informational evasion and loss of privacy. These issues have been raised 30 years ago by my former colleague, Harvard professor Amartya Sen, an Indian economist and philosopher, and 1998 Nobel laureate in economics. And they have been studied extensively in the academic literature ever since. I draw on the writings of Professor Sen in identifying the challenges and distortions involved in social policy targeting. According to Professor Sen, the theoretical point in favor of targeting in anti-poverty policy is clear enough. The more accurate the subsidy is in reaching the poor, the less the wastage and the less it costs to achieve the desired objective. It is a matter of cost effectiveness in securing a particular benefit, Professor Sen concludes. Alternatively, targeting maximizes the benefits accruing to the target population from a given social expenditure. If the aim of the social policy is to mitigate most effectively a social problem, such as poverty or the high cost of living for the low-income population, then it is reasonable to make sure that the subsidy or other support reaches the needy and only the needy. If the target beneficiaries were easy to identify and passive recipients of assistance, targeting will be 100% successful. However, the nature of social problems such as poverty differs from the ideal because the people involved act and react in response to social policies affecting the outcomes. Pretending that the beneficiaries are passive recipients rather than active agents, acting and reacting, cancels out part of the benefits. According to Professor Sen, and I quote it here, to see the objects of targeting i.e. the people you want to target as patients rather than as agents, can undermine the social policy in many different ways. The people affected by such policies can be very active agents indeed, rather than languid recipients waiting for their handouts. Not to focus on the fact that they think, choose, act, and respond is to miss something terribly crucial to the entire exercise. I close the quotation marks. If a policy such as a subsidy is aimed at a particular target group meeting certain criteria, those who do not meet this criteria could pretend that they do, exploiting the information asymmetry between themselves and the government officials. They would provide inaccurate information to qualify themselves for the subsidy. Any policing system that tries to catch those who cheat would inevitably leave out some people who are entitled to the benefits and discourage others from even applying. Any system of targeting, Professor Sen argues convincingly, involves government officials judging the applications made by the would-be recipients. The procedure involves substantial administrative costs in the form of resource expenditure and bureaucratic outlays, as well as losses of individual privacy and extensive personal disclosures. The finer the targeting is, the more invasive the investigations will be, requiring detailed revelation of personal information. The problem here is not just the informational evasion and the loss of privacy, but also the social cost of the investigation and policing to reduce fraud. There are further the social costs of asymmetric power. The possibility of corruption is, of course, also present whenever some officials have significant power and control over the process of dispensing favors in the form of targeted benefits. So these are the issues that have been identified by Professor Amartya Sen 30 years ago. So what do? We're here today when we talk about problems with the energy prices rising, the cost of living, 150,000 people below the poverty level. We are talking about helping them out, social policies, poverty alleviation, reducing the tax on gasoline and electricity and so on. But how should we do it? Horizontally or targeting those who really need it? Well, in words, the politician says, yes, we'll target it, target it, target it. In practice, however, most of the times it's horizontal, and when it's targeted, has all these problems that I mentioned. Using, however, artificial intelligence for intelligent targeting of social policy can be a powerful tool to optimize resources, improve outcomes, and ensure that assistance reaches those who need it most, and only those, by reducing the asymmetries of information and power and their effects, minimizing administrative and social costs of implementation and of policing, as well as minimizing the invasion of privacy. Here are, I tell you, I made an exercise to see what, for example, ChatGPT will tell you in terms of, ChatGPT, in terms of what, how AI can help in targeting social policies. And I mentioned a few of the things you get out. For example, first, data-driven decision-making. AI can analyze vast amounts of data from various resources such as government records, surveys, and social media to identify trends, predict future needs, and inform policy decisions. This allows policymakers to allocate resources more efficiently. Okay, another one, targeted assistance. Artificial intelligence can help identify individuals or communities most in need of assistance by assessing their socioeconomic status, health conditions, employment status, and other relevant factors. This ensures that support is directed to those who need it most, thus reducing waste. Another example, fraud detection. AI can be employed to detect fraudulent claims and transactions, saving resources that would otherwise be lost to fraudulent activities or costly investigations and policing. By automating fraud detection, governments can allocate more resources to genuine beneficiaries. Early intervention. Don't wait until the problem becomes so serious. Predictive analytics can help identify individuals at risk of falling into poverty or facing other social challenges. Early intervention can prevent these problems from escalating, ultimately reducing the long-term cost of social support. I'm not going to go through all of this, but I will read one or two more. For example, program evaluation. AI can continuously monitor and evaluate the effectiveness of social programs, providing real-time feedback to policymakers. This enables quick adjustments and improvements to policies and interventions. And one last one I will mention, policy simulations. AI can be used to simulate the impact of different policy scenarios, helping policymakers understand potential outcomes before implementing changes, thereby reducing costly policy mistakes. In summary, AI offers significant potential to optimize social policy by ensuring that resources are targeted efficiently, minimizing waste, and improving the overall well-being of citizens. However, it is crucial to approach AI in social policy with careful consideration of privacy, ethics, and a commitment to transparency. The theme of this conference, to maintain public trust and ensure equitable outcomes. Let me say a few words also about preventative policies using AI. Let's move now to intelligent prevention through the use of AI in preventative policies. Indeed, the saying, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure, is highly relevant to the application of AI in public policy. By leveraging AI technologies for preventative measures, governments can optimize their resources and achieve better outcomes in various areas of public policy. Doing exactly the same thing I did with the targeting, I got, again, about 10 plus 1 areas of public policy that can benefit from AI in terms of preventative action. For example, healthcare. We have the problem of YESI today. The costs are more than we thought. They keep rising. Because if you look in the design of the general, what called the system, the health system, you will see that everything is about cure. All the money goes to cure. Very tiny little, if any, goes to prevention. It's the prolipsin, as we say in Greek. So in the area of healthcare, artificial intelligence can analyze patient data to predict health issues and recommend preventative measures. Encouraging healthy lifestyles and early interventions can reduce the need for expensive medical treatments and hospitalizations. Education. Artificial intelligence-powered personalized learning platforms can identify struggling students and provide tailored support, reducing the need for expensive special education services and improving overall educational outcomes. Instead, what do we do? Let's say you have semester exams for the high schools. Every 4 months, we are having exams for everybody. After that, what happens? They complain, they do that, and then we eliminate the exams. And now, what? Shouldn't, if the purpose is to help the students who are struggling, shouldn't identify those and provide them targeted early assistance. Okay. I would, employment, for example. AI can match job seekers with suitable job opportunities, reducing long-term unemployment and reliance on social welfare programs. Environmental protection. We talk about climate change. AI can monitor environmental data to predict and prevent environmental disasters such as oil spills or air pollution incidents, saving on the cost of cleanup and intermediation. And, of course, poverty alleviation. I want to mention only one because it's very topical. Forest fires. I was talking recently to the ambassador of Israel, and I was amazed what he told me they are doing in Israel. In order, of course, you say Israel doesn't have many forests, but it's not just in Israel. In many parts of the world, including the United States. What do? They use AI. They use data analytics, predictive analytics. They use sensors and, of course, GPS together with satellites to do what? To predict fires, where they would take place, and preempt them. Harnessing the potential of artificial intelligence, AI, and machine learning offers a reliable way to predict and manage forest fires. Alarmingly, 90% of the fires are caused by human activity, with the remaining 10% being attributed to natural causes. The recent increase in climate change has greatly increased the number of fire incidents every year. Recent wildfires incidents have wreaked havoc, with Greece alone experiencing around 2,000 fire cases during the summer of 2023. Artificial intelligence can learn from available data and make accurate predictions. AI linked with imaging satellites can analyze factors such as the emergence of smoke, incidence of fire, disturbance of vegetation, and correlate them with various physical parameters of the forest, such as vegetation type, climate, landscape, fire susceptibility mapping, and soil deposits to predict the occurrence and pattern of forest fires. With high-resolution data and sophisticated algorithms, AI-powered machines can certainly circumvent the emergence and spread of forest fires. As more training data become available, AI algorithms become more effective and capable of making complex predictions. Prioritizing AI in forest fire protection and prevention will improve cost efficiency and effectiveness and capacity of fire mitigation efforts. AI prediction models improve wildfire prevention and enhance intervention strategies that can help save lives, reduce insurable risk, and enable targeted use of resources. I want to conclude now by saying that incorporating artificial intelligence for prediction, prevention, and intelligent targeting not only saves financial resources in the long run, but also improves the overall quality of life for individuals and communities. However, it is crucial to strike a balance between prevention and targeting on the one hand and privacy on the other, ensuring that AI systems are ethically designed and protect sensitive data. Moreover, ongoing monitoring and evaluation of AI-driven preventive and targeting measures are essential to assess their effectiveness and make adjustments as needed. By embracing the principle of prevention is more cost-effective than, by embracing the principle that prevention is more cost-effective than treatment, the intelligent targeting is more cost-effective than horizontal application of policies, that the government can make significant strides in enhancing social policy outcomes while optimizing resource allocation. Therefore, by combining preventative policy measures and intelligent targeting through AI and data analytics, the government can enhance the well-being of the citizens, reduce the burden on social services, and optimize resource allocation to achieve more with less. Thank you.